Steve Moore, economist, author of Godzilla, joins us now. Own nothing, be happy, Steve Moore. Pod people, that's where the direction we should go.
Well, good morning, guys. Happy Friday. You have pods in Illinois. They're called prisons, right? That's what these pods sound like. The homeless problem in these major cities, I don't know how bad it is in Chicago, but I've been
60,000.
to San Francisco, Seattle. It's just awful, and it's inhumane what's going on here. And this is the this is the legacy of Bidenomics, right? And progressive governance, as you have people, having to sleep on the streets and defecate on the streets, and nobody does anything about it. And I saw just recently in Washington, D.C., our mayor, she's now the former mayor, Muriel Bowser, who was the head cheerleader for defund the police, has now 3 years later said, crime is so out of control in D.C., maybe we should hire some more police. It was like an epiphany.
Yeah, well, that's happening in San Francisco, too. London Breed, the heir to the Di-Fi legacy.
Yep.
She wants to she wants to drug test homeless when it comes to the conference of benefits. What's going on here? Drug testing?
Violation of their
drug
rights.
testing people? London Breed?
What for? What for? I mean, they're going to find out. Gee, what are they going to find out? 80% of the people won't be able to pass a drug test.
I think it might be higher than that.
Well, but I mean, when you have a Dem socialist like London Breed, a defund the policer, a deprosecute the criminals type, talking about drug testing, I mean, what is going on here? A lot of Dem politicians being mugged from reality, but by reality, trying to present common sense things that the right has been talking about for a long time as their own. I mean, it must be getting pressure from somewhere, and it's certainly not conservatives.
Well, who wants to live in these cities? I mean, these cities like Seattle and Portland and San Francisco and Los Angeles, and unfortunately even Chicago, more and more people are just leaving. I mean, the blue states are seeing a stampede of people out, and they're leaving because of the homelessness issue, the crime issue. By the way, is it true? We had this item in our hotline, and a lot of our readers doubted that it was true, that your brilliant new governor wants to have government-run grocery stores?
Mayor.
Yeah.
I mean, your mayor.
Yeah.
Mayor.
Oh, yeah, and Dan has a title for the store.
We've worked up. We've got this. We're working on the programming or the marketing of it, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, city-owned grocery stores.
Really well.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. Milton Friedman, when he wrote his great book, Capitalism and Freedom, back in the late 1950s, was talking about why, you shouldn't have government ownership. And he lampooned, the left's idea of the government taking over industry. He said, could you imagine the government running the grocery stores?
Well, there's going to be no bread on the shelves.
50 years later, yeah, they can imagine it.
Yeah. Well, and then they may take over and run the signature room at the top of the Hancock building because that's closing. So maybe
it's closed.
Get into the restaurant business, and then you could have the grocery stores be the primary suppliers of the city-owned restaurants. You see.
And the funny thing, it's not kind of funny, it's actually pathetic, is that the left has been complaining for 20 years that cities like Chicago and Seattle and Portland have become food deserts. Have you heard that term?
Oh, yeah.
Deserts? Well, gee, I wonder how that happened when you let people go into the stores and grab as much stuff as they can possibly carry out and not pay for it, and then you don't prosecute those crimes. Gee, where did all the grocery stores go? Where did all the 7-Elevens go?
Now, Stephen Moore, did you ever eat at the Signature Room? Because they abruptly closed. They put a sign up. No warning, just
now this is
shut down.
He had a table. He had a reserved table.
Yeah, the Hancock, the 95th and 96th floor.
I don't know. I've obviously gone up to the top of the Hancock building and seen. Is that the one at the very top where you?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's an amazing. We used to go. I never ate there, but we used to go for drinks there all the time.
Yep.
And closing it down, huh? Why?
No, it's closed like abruptly, just like that closed yesterday.
Yeah,
well, they said it was because of COVID, which is just that's so 2 years ago. I think they should just say that It's a dangerous spot. They're not getting the, clientele they used to get. They're not getting the tables reserved, and they just use COVID as an excuse.
I saw that. By the way, did you guys happen to watch any of that pathetic debate?
Yes, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, you did?
Yes, I did because it's my job.
Something was missing from Something was missing from that debate, and it was a discussion of the topic that you just mentioned, Bidenomics.
It was, and I've always thought we've got a really great field of candidates, but I just don't think that was a good discussion. I had a hard time hearing it. But what was most interesting, by the way, Amy, congratulations to you for making it through that whole thing. I have to watch that stuff for my job too, but I couldn't. After about midway through, I just finally had to turn the thing off because it was pathetic. But I did turn on the after the debate commentary. And did you happen to see Gavin Newsom?
Oh yeah,
that guy is Bill Clinton. I mean, that guy has to be the slickest politician I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. So Brett Baer, I don't know if you saw this, Dan, but Brett Baer asked him about why do you pay $6.50 a gallon for gas in California, when the rest of the country is still only paying $4.50 a gallon, which is still very high. And you know what Gavin Newsom said, Dan? He said because of price gouging by the energy.
Of course.
Yeah,
but that's not novel. That's not novel. Come on.
He's so pathetic.
Even if you believe that, that the oil companies were price gouging, why is it that they're price gouging more in California than everywhere else in the country?
Because
you're
they
a
deserve
Gavin
it.
Newsom fan. You like Gavin Newsom.
Gavin Newsom is not impressive. There's nothing. I mean, this is such a tired act. This is such a tired, played out act.
I mean, every time Amy sees him, she just fawns over him.
Well,
no. I find him repulsive. You're the one who fawns over him.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got a man crush.
Oh
that's right. Didn't you say on this?
Yes, he did.
You said on this show that if you were gay, you would consider Gavin Newsom or something like that, didn't you?
Say that. I retracted that statement.
Okay, good. You better.
We better watch out, guys, because seriously, that guy is so slick. I mean, and he is going to have this great debate. I can't wait.
I can't wait. November 30th.
But yeah, and I know DeSantis a little bit, so I just said, be careful. I mean, yeah, you got all the arguments on your side. I mean, no rational person would say that California is doing better than Florida, but he's going to call. Are you ready for this? I guarantee it. I know what Gavin Newsom is going to say. He's going to say we're the freedom state.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that'll be a fascinating debate for two candidates that may run for president in 2028. But in terms of 2023 and 2024, obviously the big winner from the Wednesday debate was still Trump doing the counter programming with the auto workers at UAW. But I wonder on the economic piece. This whole economic nationalism versus leftist globalism. I mean, it's a good construct, but did anything he said about forcing countries to buy certain numbers of vehicles, or we're not going to provide military presence there? Anything he said under the heading of economic nationalism trouble you?
Trump?
Yeah, Trump.
No comment.
Really?
All right.
Was this interview over?
Somebody wants to stay in somebody's good graces.
I have a right to remain silent.
All right. Hey, and I respect your constitutional right to not incriminate yourself, Steve Moore. Steve Moore, economist, Govzilla.
I'll never work in this town again if I answer that question.
Steve Moore, economist, Govzilla author. Thanks, Steve. We're sorry. I didn't mean to jeopardize your career.
Take care.
And he joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.
The more you listen, the more you'll know. This is Chicago's Morning Answer. Morning Answer on AM 560. The Answer.
To say he lived an interesting life is an understatement. Father Dwight Longnecker is a Catholic convert with a fascinating story. And Saturday, October 21st, he's coming to St. James at Sagbridge Church to share his story, his insights on today's world, and a mysterious imaginary line linking 7 monasteries from Ireland to Israel. Don't miss Morning of Recollection, featuring Father Longnecker, a prolific writer, blogger at Standing on My Head, and author of numerous books including Beheading Hydra and Immortal Combat. Be inspired with a plan to battle the cultural currents of our day.